Today we have a traditional Egyptian dish that you guys are all gonna love.
Mahshy. So mahshy basically means stuffed, and it's any vegetable that you like. Zucchini, tomatoes, eggplants, peppers, even onions. You stuff it with rice and lots of beautiful herbs. Mint, coriander, parsley, dill, and then the onions and the pepper. We're gonna caramelize them. Add the rice, everything, stuff it. Delicious.
It's gonna be good. Look at all of this color. Look at all of these fresh veggies. It's gonna be an amazing, hearty dish that can be vegetarian or with meat, whatever you choose. This is going to be a family favorite. Assalamu alaikum guys, this is Amanah from Amanah Fitness with Reem from MasterChef Top 10 amazing recipes that she's sharing with us, and today is all about mahshi.
So your kids are gonna love it, you're gonna love it, and it's healthy.
Yeah, absolutely. It's always amazing to find creative ways to squeeze in vegetables, and this dish absolutely does it. Like, look at all this color. Are we actually using all of this?
All of it,
oh
yeah.
My God.
My son Yahya, mashallah, he would be holding one of these and eating it if it's a mahshi. But if it's like this, like a zucchini, looks like a zucchini, he wouldn't eat it.
Yeah, but he eats it when it's mahshi.
Exactly.
Everyone's always saying, I can't get enough vegetables in, I don't like veggies. Well, try this dish and you will be eating so many veggies and loving every bite of them. Okay, so what's the first step? Because this looks a little bit complicated.
So actually, I mean, it's not as complicated as you think. It's actually pretty simple. You just need the core, and you can try this. You have a core there.
Yep.
So the first step is you measure the lengths. You don't want to poke it at the end, so you like don't get it in there. And start in the middle.
Okay.
Go in.
Okay.
And turn. Turn. So turn and then put a bit of force and put it out. Feel that one?
Want to come out.
So when you feel like it's stuck there, you just give it an angle to cut the core from inside.
Okay.
And then you take it out.
Came out. Mine broke a little bit.
And you don't throw that away.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so over here you would prepare a pot.
Okay, cool.
Slices of onions, slices of tomato, and throw the core that you do in there.
So in here you have all of the cores from all the zucchinis you cored. Zucchini, then you have the tomatoes, and then you have these big, thick slices of onion all the way at the bottom. Okay, how did I do?
Oh, perfect, mashallah.
So all of these are cored out. They all have like the bottom still intact, and they're just like these perfect little cups. They look great. How do we do these cute little tomatoes?
So for the tomato, I would cut the top and just leave it attached to leave the hat in.
So you're not cutting it all off, you're leaving it with its hat?
Yeah.
Okay.
You would notice the tomato has 3 tough core knobs.
Yes.
So you need to go a bit tougher there. So cut.
Okay, so cut the thick parts first.
Usually mahshi we do it in like when there's azuma or like a big gathering.
Yeah, oh, nice.
Yeah, so that like my mom, my grandmother, everyone.
Did they teach you how to make this?
Yeah.
Oh, family recipe.
So second step now is marinating them.
Got it.
And marinating them is not hard at all. Just your finger, some salt, and round and round. Wet it with a bit of water and
just to get a bit of that salt on the inside.
And same for tomatoes.
Same with the tomatoes. Okay.
Yeah.
I feel like these tomatoes will like really grip onto the salt.
Yeah, because it's already wet.
Okay, one of my tomatoes lost its hat.
That's fine, me too.
For Egyptians, making a dish like this, it seems like there's like a bit of a like kind of social kind of culture around it. Yeah.
Chat, talk.
Yeah. And you're telling me that like for Egyptian dishes, like a lot of times you're bringing out the natural flavors of the meat and the vegetables and not like overly relying on spices.
Like we use the onions, the garlic, the greens to bring the flavor together, caramelizing the onions, cutting the parsley, the coriander. All this adds a lot of flavors.
What's the fun of like experimenting and trying different cuisines?
Yeah.
Okay.
So we're gonna start cutting the mountain of veggies. So over here we have mint, dill, parsley, and coriander. So
you're taking them all together?
Exactly. Okay. Just hold them like this and start small, because if you cut them big from the beginning, it's going to be hard to control. And what's your hand? Yeah. It's very easy to hurt yourself, so just stay focused.
This is a very like using all the parts of it. You're not wasting anything.
When you feel like it's getting messy, just collect it back in and just keep cutting. If you see any dry leaf, you can just pick it out.
Oh, okay.
The brown ones.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, guys, this smells like, it smells so fresh and herby. And I like how you're using so many different types of herbs here.
Yeah, they're my favorite combo. So like
The bigger the cutting board, the better.
because you need a bigger board so that it doesn't. If I do it fast, it's gonna fly everywhere.
Oh, right.
Yeah, like when I went on Halal Food Festival, so I was cutting everything fast. My husband like, why don't you do that at home? I'm like, yeah, are you gonna clean that at home?
So this is optional if you want to add some heat. Yeah. Okay, look at her go. So fast. And then this is going to go
with the rice when it's cooking.
You know, some people have like competitions to like who can stuff the most chilies in their eyes.
Oh my God, that's crazy, I think. Don't do that, okay? Okay, so we're gonna start preparing the stuffing. Okay. Usually heat your pan or your pot just a little bit. Don't burn it, just a minute or so before adding your oil because you don't want to burn the oil. Okay. Around 3 tablespoons of oil. Yep. Olive oil.
Olive oil.
When you're doing a traditional dish, you don't want to overpower any flavors. You're gonna start by putting the onions in there. And the green pepper. Onions and green pepper, they have the same time of cooking.
Oh, really?
And caramelizing.
Good
so
to
if
know.
you put them at the same time, they will soften at the same time.
Moving it around. You said you needed water to help it caramelize.
Exactly. So when it dries out, you put water.
Yeah. So you don't actually need like that much oil because you're using the water to help everything soften down.
Exactly, and caramelize it.
That's cool because like if I try and caramelize onions with like a teeny little bit of oil, it gets like sticky and stuck. So then I can just add water and it can help it keep caramelizing. That's good to know.
You can add some vinegar as well.
Oh, okay, cool.
To produce that yellowish liquid out, which is the caramelization process, and the sugar, the natural sugar of the oil coming out, and that makes a huge difference in the flavor. So while it's caramelizing, you can just have a sip of my tea. Of course, on MasterChef Canada, you won't really have that option. It's very stressful and you need to finish on time. But if you're cooking for fun, enjoy yourself, have fun, drink your tea, drink your coffee.
So it seems like sure. It's really good. You add mint in it.
Yeah, like 6 leaves or something.
MasterChef.
No sugar.
It seems like you really enjoy cooking.
I do. It's actually my way of releasing the stress.
Yeah.
You know, like after I had my baby, I suffered from postpartum depression and anxiety, and cooking was my way out.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, it's where I cleared my thoughts and had something to do that's gonna bring joy to my family and to myself.
Oh, that's amazing. That's so beautiful.
Yeah. I'm gonna add the spices now. So coriander, parsley, dried parsley, and salt.
Just giving it a good mix.
Toasting the spices brings another flavor into the dish than having it raw. And before starting working your dish, always have your rice soaked in cold water for like a couple hours just for it to get soft.
So you don't need to boil the rice or put it in a rice cooker or anything.
No.
The big old can of diced tomatoes is going in here. Already starting to smell really good.
About 2 cloves of garlic.
And look at this color. Like when your dish is colorful, you know that you're getting an amazing nutrient spread.
So I just drained the water from the rice.
Okay. Just dump it in. And this is uncooked.
Uncooked. Stayed in the water for like a few hours.
Okay, so
to
just
get
soak
soft.
it a couple hours in advance.
And usually I would have more rice, but if you want to make it healthier and you don't want to eat a lot of rice in your one piece of veggie, just decrease the amount of rice.
So smart. I love it. Okay, so we use brown basmati rice, so there's more fiber in there, which is perfect. And then you used less rice as well, so that in each little mahshi, there's more veggies and less rice. So that's a perfect way to be really smart about the portion control. I love brown basmati rice because it's like really long grains, very delicate. So if you don't like brown rice, like I tell you to try brown basmati rice. It's a very different texture. I'm
Yeah.
very happy. So the rice is kind of cooking in this, right?
Exactly, half cooking. So when we're cooking with brown rice, just leave it a bit longer because brown rice takes longer time to cook than white rice.
So we're gonna give this another just few minutes. Let it drain off a bit more.
Look at the amount of veggies we're still gonna add.
More veggies. What are we looking for on the grains of rice to know, like, okay, that's a good time?
Let's say about time when the water is a bit drained and the tomato sauce is more cooked.
Okay.
See when the white is disappearing a bit, but you don't want it cooked. So about now, that means it's ready. Now the spiciness.
Oh, so this is optional.
Optional if you want to add some spice. It's
Add
like
a little
heat.
bit of that chili.
Yep. And then you can add some crushed tomato or tomato sauce to it.
So this just goes on top.
Yeah.
Okay.
Vegetable stock.
Just pouring the stock, whatever stock you guys want to use, just comes on top.
Just make sure you bring the sides in the middle.
Yeah.
And you can always try it at this point, even with the rice, to see if it needs more salt.
Okay, so
Yeah.
stuffing time.
Stuffing time. Stuffing time. Bring as many people as you can because you want to finish as fast as you can so that you can eat it.
Yes. So we let this cool down for a bit so it's cool enough to touch.
Yeah, exactly. And like you can use the spoon, but it wouldn't be as fast.
Yeah.
And you can do that.
So you're just lifting it in.
Tap it. So when you tap it, it falls down till the end.
Okay, so we just grab it,
Yep.
spoon it in. Oh, it just drops right in there.
Yeah, and you leave like around an inch or two empty because when the rice cooks, it's gonna get up. You don't want it to be falling off.
Okay,
and
so maybe if you fill it to the top and then when you tap
it, it goes back in.
Down. Is that okay?
Yeah, or you can always push it down with your finger.
Okay, so we got this big old pot with all of the shreds in it.
Exactly, like the onion slices, the tomato slices, and you just round and round.
So you can just use your fingers for this.
Yeah, I always use my hand. Same thing for the tomato. And if you're using your hand like this and you push with your thumb in.
Okay.
So here, push, push, push. And always leave an inch so that when the rice cooks, it doesn't overflow and make the pot mess. So just take it easy, take it like step by step.
You're so awesome, mashallah, because you were telling me that you literally started learning to cook 3 years ago.
Yeah.
And within 3 years, you are on MasterChef. Like, mind-blowing, mashallah. And I can see it's because you take a very simple, relaxed approach. And, you know, you just kind of cook from the heart. That's why you're Reem from the heart.
So over here, so I boiled the stock with the tomato sauce so that it makes it faster to cook. So it's kind of like tomato soup. So we're just gonna drizzle that on top. I would want to put some of that inside each one to take that flavor in. We don't want to fill it to the end. Just like maybe half. Especially with zucchini, it doesn't need a lot of liquid, and tomatoes. Now we can cover it. So if your lid is not closing, you can always cover with foil and then put the lid on top. And we're gonna leave it on high for like 5-6 minutes until it starts boiling, and then we go low and leave it to cook. Takes around 30 minutes.
Okay.
Depends on the pot, on the quantity and everything. And usually it should be ready, like maximum if it's a big quantity, 45 minutes.
Got it. Oh my goodness, Reem, this looks incredible. I mean, I want to throw a party just so I can show this to someone. This is beautiful.
Thank you.
Oh my gosh, so we have like the zucchini, we have the peppers, we have the tomatoes, everything's laid out here. Like, you take this to your table and I bet nobody's gonna say they don't want to eat vegetables.
No. Please.
Okay, bismillah. So you can see it's cooked beautifully. I'm super excited to try this.
Drum roll.
Oh my goodness. This is so good. Like, it just popped in my mouth, and the juice and the rice, like, this is phenomenal.
Can you believe this is a tomato?
I can't, you know, and it's not that heavy taste of tomatoes. It's like hugging the rice.
Exactly.
And it's just a party in my mouth. It's so juicy. Oh man. Guys, you have to make this. This is full of so much love, straight from Reem's heart. that will introduce your family to so many vegetables. Be sure to check her out on Instagram and on Facebook for more beautiful family-friendly recipes that you are absolutely going to just want to make for everyone. And for the link for this recipe, click the link in the description. And guys, be sure to hit that big red subscribe button so you can get more amazing food, fitness, and health psychology videos right here on this channel. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Thank you, Reem, for sharing your amazing recipes.
Thank you for having me.
And we'll catch you later.
Assalamu alaikum.